So are you going through something really difficult and bad right now, and you just can't see that there's anything good about it? There isn't any gift? Well, that's one of the most difficult things to go through in life. And so, first thing is my heart goes out to you. That's never fun for anyone. But I'm going to show you how there isn't a single situation in life that's ever bad. The problem is we've never been shown how to find the gift in it. I just had a client leave the office. I asked his permission, can I share this story? What he talked about is he has a roommate. He's married, has a son, and was having a roommate. And his roommate was being very demeaning to his young son. And all this rage was coming up, and he didn't know what to do about it. And, he didn't like the way his roommate was talking to his son. And so I asked him, I said, so, we've talked about his childhood, but I said, what happened in your childhood? Do you remember? Well, his father went to jail, and then his mother married a stepfather who was very abusive to everyone in the family. And he used to scream and yell, he and his brother used to scream and yell at his mother to please leave him, but his mother never would. His mother always took the side of the ex-husband and the stepfather. Sound familiar? Do you remember those powerless moments in childhood where you screamed to be seen and heard and your parents didn't pay attention to you? Well, I said, do you see the correlation? And his eyes just got wide, and he's like, yeah. In that moment, he felt paralyzed, even though he's an adult, and this happens to all of us, because he's never gone back and healed that original pain. When his roommate was disparaging his son, he literally, even though he's, in his late 30s, he dropped down to a child himself. He couldn't defend himself, and he couldn't defend his son. And so all that rage that he's never released from childhood came pouring out, and didn't know what to do with it, but he had no voice because he was never given a voice as a child. And so as we work through that, now he understands it, and he was able to stand up to the roommate and say, look, this doesn't work. And so here's the point. Here's the gift. We all want to avoid pain in our life. We all want these bad situations. We don't want bad roommates. We don't want bad spouses. We don't want bad coworkers. We never want anything bad. But the only reason anything so-called bad shows up in our life is to show us the window back to pain we've never addressed. So you tell me, how was anything bad about his roommate being disparaging? I mean, of course, we don't want anyone to disparage our kids, but look, all of us are perfectly imperfect. Somebody's going to be rude and mean. The only reason he allowed this roommate, as I helped him see, you allowed this roommate as a life experience and this moment to show up, and now we're working together, so now you could see the gift that this is a window into your own pain that you haven't healed, that you can now heal, so you can not only advocate for yourself and now your son. You can be the father that you never had. So you tell me, what's bad about this situation? Not a damn thing. And that's the secret. If you look at your bad situation, ask yourself, how am I reliving the pain from my childhood that I've never addressed? And you'll see it. If it's financial, relational, any situation in your life, all you're doing, this life experience is passing you by, reliving an event you haven't addressed yet. And you'll see, oh my God, when I learn emotional mastery, when I gain the skills, tools, and knowledge to see how all of this replays itself until I heal it, once you have that, nothing in life is ever bad. And so that's the solution. Gain emotional mastery. And that allows you to see that any so-called bad life situation is never bad. It's a window into the pain you've never healed. And once you have the skills and tools, you turn it all around. And so everything in life is a gift. I love when my life gets bad. I get so excited. I'm like, oh, I'm dealing with it now. Life's about to get really good. And it is for you. You just need the emotional mastery skills and tools to see why you brought that into your life. So anyway, Again, my heart goes out to you. If you're in a bad situation, I wouldn't want that on anyone. But trust me, it's only there because you want it there, because you want to learn that it's a gift. And you're watching this video because you're ready to face that. You're ready to see that it's a gift and it's time to gain emotional mastery and turn all of that around. That's the only reason it's showing up. It's the only reason you're watching this video, is you're ready to see that everything in life is a gift. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day.